What is going on, everybody? Cal Gaming HD here. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys my NFL Week 2 predictions and who I think is going to win, lose. We're just going to get started, but before we do anything, just some Browns update. Baker Mayfield's out of his soft shell cast, as that's what they call it. So that's just an update there. So let's get ready for Week 2. Thursday, August 12th, 8:20 p.m. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Carolina Panthers. I'm going to go with the Panthers. I think they're a better team all around. Cam Newton did pretty good their first game, so I'm going to go with the Panthers. Tampa Bay, still needs some work there. Offensively, they lost Deshaun Jackson. Defensively, they lost Gerald McCoy, so they could definitely still get better. But I just think the more complete team and better team right now is the Carolina Panthers. So, Carolina Panthers, so I have winning. Next is Cardinals and Ravens. This is a no-brainer, the Ravens. I mean, defensively, they're the best team in the league, I think, right now. The Cardinals, they're just still the offensive line having Kyler Murray run. It's not going to be good for him, and especially with this Ravens defense, it's going to be crazy. And I think Lamar Jackson has another big game. I think he throws at least 3 more touchdowns here. If he throws an interception, it'll be Patrick Peterson, the one that picks it up. But yeah, I have Ravens. Actually, I should say the score predictions. I have the Panthers beating the Tampa Bay 28-7, and now I have the Ravens beating Cardinals 35-14. Next, we have the Chargers and the Lions. All right, so this is a tough one. Matthew Stafford. It looks like he found his new favorite target, T.J. Hockenson, the tight end. He had 6 receptions, 106 yards, and I believe a touchdown there too. So he's going to be really good. One of the nice and up and coming tight ends in this league. Again, though, the Chargers they have the most talented team, I would say. I shouldn't say talented. They have the most. Because talent-wise, you got to look at the Browns. They have a bunch of young talent. By talent, I mean all their players a lot of them are vets. They've been playing a couple years, and they're all used to playing with each other. I can't really explain it too well. They have a lot of good talent. One of the most talented teams in the NFL. So I'm just going to go Chargers. I think this will be a high-scoring game, just going based off, having Matthew Stafford gelling a little bit more T.J. Hockenson even after the first game. I'll go 21. Let's go 21-37 Chargers. So some big scoring games, I think, in Week 2. Next is the Indianapolis Colts vs. Tennessee Titans. Now, the Titans coming off that 43-13 win against the Browns. They had 3 takeaways, like 5 or 6 sacks. This team is going to be really good as long as Marcus Mariota is on his game. He's focused and ready to go, just like he was against my Browns. So, and then the Indianapolis Colts didn't do too bad with Jacoby Brissett. Although they lost, they're still going to be a really good team. That line, one of the best in the league, if not the best. But I think the Titans are going to take this game. I don't think it's going to be the most scoring game. I think it's going to go 24-14 Titans way, just because I think they're going to be all amped up from Week 1. I think it's going to carry on. Delaney Walker had a big game against us. Defensively, they all had a good game. Everybody had a good game there. I think it's going to be Tennessee Titans, and I think we see more of Adam Humphries in this game because he wasn't used much at all really during offensively, except for the punt and kick returns, I believe. Tennessee Titans, I choose there. 49ers and Bengals. 49ers, I think they're the better team. DeForest Buckner going to make a play at that DPOY award there. So I think the 49ers. I think this will be a blowout, 3-20. Well, that's not a blowout. Let's go. I think they score a touchdown. Let's go 10-24. 10-24, 49ers win. Next is the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Houston Texans. Houston Texans coming off the game of the week against the Saints. They lost 28-30. I believe I watched it. Don't remember much of it. It was a huge days there. I think Houston scored with like 40-something seconds left. He threw a pass to Kenny Stills. Deshaun Watson did, obviously. got the touchdown, scored the extra point, and then Drew Brees with like 40 something seconds left just ran that clock down, and then Will Lutz hit a 58-yard field goal. So I think the Texans are going to be hungry to get that, get a win in their column there. I think the Texans absolutely crushed. I shouldn't say crushed the Jaguars because the Jaguars offensively is still really good. I'm going to go 45-24. Houston Texans win. But I do think Deshaun Watson throws some picks there because AJ Boye and Jalen Ramsey, most of the time they're going to get a pick. So next we have the Vikings and Packers. I'm going with the Packers. I think they're going to gel a little bit more, although that Thursday night football game against the Packers wasn't the greatest. They're going up both great defenses, the Packers and the Bears rather. Really good defenses, so I think that's why it was a low-scoring game. Even the Vikings have a really good defense. I just don't think it's on the level of the Bears yet. So I think we see Aaron Rodgers open up a little bit more, and I think I see the Vikings doing the same thing. It is going to be a really good scoring game as well. So I'm going to go 28-14 Packers. So there's that. Next is the Cowboys and Redskins. Case Keenum did really good, actually. He threw 2 touchdowns, really high in accuracy. Who was it? Terry McLaurin killed it. That's a really nice target for Case Keenum there. So I think he's going to be starting the rest of the year. God forbid an injury happens. So Cowboys, I still think, take this game. You know what? Let's go for the underdog. I'm going for the underdog, the Redskins. I think the Redskins are going to beat the Cowboys. I'm going to say 27-24. I think they only win by 3 points, but I still think they get the W there. Next is the Seahawks and Steelers. This is a tough one. I'm looking at both teams. Both, I believe, coming off losses. Am I right or am I wrong? Let me check that real quick. Oh no, they beat the Bengals by 1 point, 21-20. Looking at the box score, I want to see how Russell Wilson did. 14 for 20, 196 yards, 2 touchdowns. Carson had a touchdown. Okay, DK Metcalf had a pretty good game, decent game, 4 receptions, 89 yards. Okay, so they definitely ran it a lot more than they threw it. So I think they're going to open up a little bit more. I don't know why they throw that much. I think the Seahawks take this game against the Steelers. I think it wouldn't be a 33-3 loss against the Steelers like the Patriots did. They crushed them. I think the Steelers are gonna score more for sure. But that defense for the Seahawks is gonna be really good. Now that they've claimed Jadeveon Clowney, who had a sack in his last game. I still think the Seahawks take it though, so I'm gonna say 42. Say maybe 40 is a little bit too high. I say 21-7. The Seahawks take that game. Next, we have the Buffalo Bills versus New York Giants. I think the Bills win this. They came back 16-0 against the New York Jets. So I'm going with the Bills. I still think Josh Allen doesn't have that great of a game, but I still think he gets them past the New York Giants. This won't be a high-scoring game. I think 17-7. Bills win. Next, Patriots and Dolphins. 45-0 Patriots. I'm not going to say anything else on that. The Chiefs and the Raiders. So the Raiders actually won their last game. And so did the Chiefs. I know Patrick Mahomes got a little banged up there. So I think he's for sure going to play, I believe, in week 2. I don't know what they're going to do with him. Just make sure he doesn't get hurt. Or at least stay safer from last time. So I think I'm definitely going to go Chiefs. I say 24-14. Chiefs win. Next is the Saints and Rams. I'm going to go with the Saints here. They were, in the first half, Drew Brees wasn't that great, but he definitely opened up in the second half and led them to that fourth quarter drive to win the game. I think the Saints, I wouldn't say crushed the Rams, but I think they win by a pretty good margin, by 2 touchdowns. So I'm going to say 28, let's say 31-17, the Saints beat the Rams. Next, we have the Bears versus Broncos. The Broncos coming off their loss against the Raiders. I know the Bears. I should say I think the Bears are going to win. Their defense is really good. They're just limited by Mitchell Trubisky. His ceiling is very low. Not saying he's not going to be. Not saying he's going to be a bad quarterback. Just his ceiling's low, and they could definitely get better. If they had a different quarterback. But I'm going to go with the Bears. So I think this will again be a low-scoring game. I think it'll be 14-3 Bears win. Just because they're going to stop that Broncos defense and not allow them to score. So, next, Eagles and Falcons. Falcons coming off a loss. Matt Ryan had probably one of his worst games of his career there. I think the Eagles win. It's going to be a good game, though. I'm going to say 45-42 Eagles win. Next, we have the Browns and Jets. My Browns coming off that demolishing, probably one of the worst Week 1 games we've ever had in our franchise history, but I think the Browns are going to beat the Jets. They're going to come for vengeance and prove everybody wrong. I think this will be a really good game, just like last year. Like I said, I think the Browns are going to win. Just really worried about that defense of the Jets, just because if they're in the lead, I don't want Baker Mayfield to sling that ball. He has a tendency, when we're down, he just starts went to the caution and just hopes something happens, which isn't how you should play, because, we were still up there in the third quarter. He just, 13-15 at one point in the third quarter with 2 minutes left, I think, and everything went down from there. But I think the Browns win 21-7. I think Baker's going to have a good game, better game for sure. He might throw an interception, but I don't think he'll throw 3 again. So yeah, there's my week 2 of the NFL predictions. I'll do a follow up to this and see what we went. If we went, there's how many games? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 games. Let's see if we go 16-0. I doubt it. Anything above 500 would be great. Thank you guys for watching. Like, favorite, subscribe, and yeah, peace. Oh, and make sure to leave a comment. That's the most important thing to me. I just want to hear you guys' feedback. So, peace.